Are you considering moving from Florida to Georgia or vice versa? Well, I have lived in both Georgia and Florida, and I'm here to tell you the stuff you need to know. From weather to beaches and bugs, we will talk about it all. Hi, I'm Meg Sams with the HàVN Group, and we help people relocate to the greater Atlanta area. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Let's talk about 7 of the biggest differences between Florida, the Sunshine State, and Georgia, the Peach State. Difference number 1, the differences in houses here. When I first moved from Florida to Georgia, I couldn't figure out where all the one-story houses were. Everyone in Georgia seems to love their basements. Whether it's for a man cave to watch the big game, an entertainment space, or simply a kid's playroom. Houses with basements and 2 floors above is pretty much the norm. In Florida, where hurricanes and flooding are always a concern, houses are almost always built on one level due to the concern for flooding. Houses in Florida are usually built out of concrete and stucco due to the fact that they must be much more resilient and able to withstand hurricane-force winds and rain. Stucco creates a great finished look, and it's easy to apply to homes constructed with concrete blocks. In Georgia, homes are framed out of wood, and you will see a lot of brick homes in Georgia. You will see some stucco as well, just not as much as in Florida. Talking about houses leads us to difference number 2, flooring. In Florida, it's all about tile, and tile is definitely the way to go. You have the never-ending amounts of sand, water, and very fine dirt that gets brought in the house constantly. A Florida house is simply no place for carpet. Tile just makes the Florida life much simpler. In Georgia, however, you will see a variety between hardwoods, tile, and carpet. You will see beautiful hardwood floors sometimes throughout the entire house with area rugs to soften up the space. Difference number 3. Cost of living. Now, it's not like you're moving from California or New York where a 1-bedroom loft costs as much as a 5-bedroom house. The cost of living between Georgia and Florida in 2022 is pretty much neck and neck across the board. But when we look specifically at the cost of housing, it's all about location, location, location. Of course, if you're looking for a house in Florida right on the beach or on one of the intercoastal waterways, you will be paying quite a steep price. So it's important to compare apples to apples when looking at housing prices. You can find a nice house in Central Florida for the same price as a nice house in Macon, Georgia. But if Alpharetta, Georgia or Milton, Georgia is where your heart is at, you will be paying prices that are more comparable to a house very close to the beach in Florida. So difference number 4, beaches. This one's kind of obvious. Both states have beautiful beaches for sure. However, when you're in Florida, you are never very far from a beach, and you can just jump in the car and usually get to one within 1 hour. In Georgia, you are looking about a 5-hour drive to the closest beach if you're in Atlanta. But on the flip side, if you are wanting to go to the mountains from Florida, it could take an entire day, while it's only a short drive from many locations in Georgia. So you just need to decide what makes you happier. Is it the thought of sand between your toes and a good book? Or maybe an afternoon riding some waves? Or maybe a beautiful, peaceful hike up a mountain is more your thing. Difference number 5, critters. In Florida, we're talking about lizards and iguanas the size of a small child. Iguanas are a big problem since they can cause damage to the landscape and the vegetation. I just read an article, and y'all, this is for real, about frozen iguanas falling out of trees due to a cold front that swept through Florida. I don't know about you, but that sounds just a little traumatizing. But to me, what's worse than iguanas are those huge cockroaches that exist everywhere in Florida. No matter how clean your house is, you can always expect a few visitors scurrying around. But of course, Georgia is not without its pesky bugs. Everyone in Georgia knows that the mosquitoes here are ridiculous. The mosquito season lasts from about March to October. Yep, that's 8 months with these irritating little bugs. And don't forget about termites. Difference number 6, schools. If you have children and need to be thinking about education, both Florida and Georgia have excellent school systems. As for colleges, each state has several top-ranking universities to choose from. So you certainly would not be without choices in either state. And the good news is that both states offer scholarship programs that have been primarily funded by the respective state's lottery. Difference 7, weather. If you are wanting to experience all 4 seasons, then Florida may not be the place for you. Florida does get chilly during the winter months, but you definitely won't get to see snow or need to pull out the snow shovel. The summers are hot and the humidity is like none other. You can take a shower, walk outside, and be dripping with sweat after 30 seconds. But you do get used to it, sort of. As for Georgia, if you live a little further north, above about Macon, you can expect to get a taste of every season. The fall is cool, the leaves change, the winters are still a little mild compared to other parts of the country, and if parts of Georgia do see snow, it's usually only once or maybe twice a year. Spring is beautiful with the temperature still being cool and all the trees and flowers are in bloom, but man, don't get me started about the pollen. And summer, well, they don't call it hot Atlanta for no reason. And the rain. In Florida, you can always count on a good downpour most afternoons around 4 p.m. It's sunny without a cloud in the sky one minute, and then the next minute the skies open up. And in Florida, you're always at risk of experiencing a dreaded hurricane with high winds and torrential rains. In Georgia, you may experience some heavy rains and some winds from the remnants of a hurricane, but nothing compared to being in the direct path of one. So there you have it. What do you think? Georgia or Florida? Where do you want to live? Let us know in the comments below. Are you ready to call Georgia your home? If yes, contact us below. We have helped many clients get relocated here in Georgia and would love to help you get settled here too. If you live in Georgia and want to move to Florida, we'd be happy to help you find a great agent in Florida and get your house ready to sell here in Georgia. If you have any questions, give us a call or post them in the comments below. And while you're at it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you want to learn more about Atlanta's suburbs and living in the South, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We post every Tuesday. Here are a couple more videos to get you started. Thanks for watching.